Thinking about an Acura RDX, BMW X3, Lexus RX, or Genesis GV70? Well, maybe consider the Volvo XC60, and if it comes down to seats, this wins hands down. A few things to unpack before diving into this vehicle. Yes, Polestar is an electric automotive brand spun off from the Sweden-based Volvo, which gets its financing from the Chinese conglomerate Geely. And this XC60, with the T8 powertrain, is an electrified crossover, but unlike Polestar's, it also has a gas tank. So, the XC60 T8 Polestar Engineered is a plug-in hybrid. It's all about performance. The uninformed might think a go-fast Volvo is an oxymoron. Enthusiasts know the brand has had a fun side for decades. Historically, if you wanted a useful Volvo, it was a station wagon, right? I own 4 of them. They served my family well. But these days, that form factor isn't very popular. That's why XC60 is so important to the brand. This is by far Volvo's best-selling vehicle and has been for a while. This generation has been built since 2017, so it's been around the block. The crew in Gothenburg has announced a 2026 freshening. This would be the second one for this generation. There'll be some rhinoplasty and a different user interface. If you can't wait, it'll run on Volvos built as early as 2020 with an over-the-air update. 2026s get a larger, high-def screen raised in the eye line with a more powerful Snapdragon chipset. For now, let's focus on the 2025 version. It's not inexpensive at $77,350 as tested. I expect the 2026 XC60 to carry over with the same powertrain. Under a hood that opens nearly bolt upright is a 2-liter 4-cylinder that makes 312 horsepower, paired to an electric motor that contributes 143. The total comes to 455 horses and 523 pound-feet. All-wheel drive moves this 4,700-pound vehicle. Being a hybrid, the 4-cylinder is generally mute on startup. Go into the drive modes that are too deep in the menu for my liking and select Polestar Sport or Off-Road, and the ice kicks on. The transmission is an 8-speed. Pull the lever back twice to add more aggressive regeneration. Manual shifts are done there too. There are no paddles. The Öhlins dampers are adjustable manually under the hood and on top of the rear shocks, not in a menu. They, like the upgraded Akebono brake calipers, are easily ID'd by their golden yellow hue. Those are larger discs too. My tester wears optional summer performance tires, not ideal for wet Seattle roads, on 19-inch wheels with a lovely 3D quality about them. The all-electric range is EPA rated at 36 miles. Juicing the 18.8 kilowatt-hour pack takes 5 hours using 240-volt level 2. The gas engine always has your back, so 120-volt level 1 charging is fine. No special equipment needed, just an existing wall socket. 36 miles of all-electric range may not seem like much, but it covers most people's daily driving needs. I have 2 plug-in hybrids, and it's easy to go 3 or 4 months before gassing up. Also, less engine maintenance because you're not using the gas side as much. For those that want to go electric but need flexibility, plug-in hybrids can be an excellent choice. Know your needs. In auto mode, with a charged-up battery, this powertrain prioritizes electric power. So when you pull off the line, it's nice and smooth, you know, like electric vehicles tend to be. Once the battery pack is spent, this will switch into a standard hybrid mode seamlessly. It's very smooth, you won't detect a thing. Now, you can force this into electric mode called pure, but even if it's in that setting, the gas engine will kick on if you floor the throttle. It's easy to tell that that's going to happen because there's kind of a click at the end of the gas pedal travel. So, you're asking for it to happen. There's lots of spunk off the line. It really moves. 0 to 60 spools up in just over 4 seconds. It feels fast. Chances are owners won't notice the handoff between gas and electric or the transmission shift points. No complaints with the powertrain or the brake pedal feel. It's very natural. XC60 might be a family-oriented crossover, but this version is wicked fun to chuck into corners. The Polestar tuned suspension is really nicely done, and it can be comfortable until the suspension hits broken pavement. Then things get kind of flinty. Enthusiasts won't mind this quality. The comfort crowd will want to go with the standard version. I didn't mess with the damper settings. The low-profile sidewalls transmit sharp bumps directly into your backside. Lots of glass in the greenhouse. This is very easy to see out of, no blind spots, plus blind spot warning, something that Volvo invented. I kind of feel like I sit a little bit higher than usual in the XC60. That's what people want these days. PHEVs offer flexibility for people that road trip occasionally and either don't have charging on their routes or don't trust it. 36 miles of electric range covers many people's daily needs. Running this on gasoline alone, and Volvo does specify premium fuel, the EPA says this should average 28 miles per gallon. Now, this is a plug-in hybrid, so efficiency is what you make it. Volvo describes its cabin spaces as sanctuaries, and I wouldn't disagree. Polestar Engineered is less so, since open-pore wood is replaced with techie aluminum and yellow belts, which we all know make it just a little faster, right? Still, the ambiance from behind the tiller is upmarket for sure. Nicely knurled. Orifice crystal. These might be the best feeling door releases ever made. Same goes for the orthopedically designed seats that are firm but supportive. They're the go-to chairs for road tripping, heated and vented naturally. Which brings me to the user interface, which has been around a while. It can be configured by owners, but I still find many functions a layer or two deeper in the menu than I prefer, which requires looking at the screen, and that's not good, especially since it's mounted on the lower side. At least the touch response is good. Fortunately, there's Google Assistant that lets you use natural voice commands so you can keep your eyes on the road. Hey, turn on the heated steering wheel.
Sure, turning on the steering wheel heater.
Yes, it does require a paid data plan once the trial period is over, but I think it's worth it. It's pretty smart. Hey, are there any Swedish meatballs nearby?
Okay, Scandinavian specialties. Let's go.
I'm kind of surprised it didn't pick IKEA, but nice that it's supporting small business. We'll see what the new system is like. There's Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but no wireless charge pad. Plenty of storage cubbies, though. Owners won't want for those. Ears will be happy, too. The rich Bowers and Wilkins system sounds as good as it looks. XC60 is strictly a two-row machine with belts for 5. If you need more seating from your Swedish transportation, maybe step up to the 90. I'm 5'9", and I have very good headroom, same with knee, leg, and foot room. Like the fronts, these cushions are extremely supportive, and getting in and out is no problem. There's a little bit of storage in the doors, plus pockets on both seat backs, something that I like, plus this little cubby. At this price, I feel like there should be a dedicated climate zone back here. There are adjustable vents. Also, sunshades. Those are missing in action. Power to charge phones and tablets? Yep. There is a very large spine that runs down the middle. That does take up space. It's tough to get drinks in those small door pockets, so if you want beverages on your trip, this is strictly a 4-seater. Can you get 3 average-sized adults back here? Yeah, that hump does take up footroom, so for maximum comfort, keep it to 2. Fun fact, I moved to Seattle for the weather. You can do that when you grow up in northern Minnesota. Oddly, I've never done the TP trunk test with XC60. I've always profiled it at events. 8 packs of the 2-ply is a solid score. There is a space for the mobile charge cords so you can mooch electricity off friends when visiting. No spare tire though, only a repair kit. The pass-through is small, at least there is one. It's hard to reach the releases, and doing that would get my 501s wet. Generally, only very tall folks will avoid going to the back doors to drop the backs. In max schlepping configuration, you're looking at around 50 cubic feet, which isn't huge, but the floor is nice and flat. The Polestar Engineered XC60 T8 is a hauler that hauls. Perfect for enthusiasts that want performance and family utility. Volvo doesn't focus on marketing safety the way it used to. Knowing what I know, there's no place I'd rather be in a crash. Not sure when the 2026 update is coming. There will be some minor cosmetic changes, but I have to believe that it's the user interface that will be improved the most. As it stands, XC60 has aged gracefully. It still looks great inside and out. The seats are arguably the best in the business. This is very efficient if you plug it in, and in Polestar trim, it's engaging to drive. That said, once the pavement gets rough, the ride gets rough. It's kind of expensive, and I do want to see what the new tech brings. Consider the standard XC60 if this version is too edgy. Either way, PHEVs work well for some owners. Buy the vehicle that suits your needs. The XC60 T8 Polestar Engineered is powerful fun, efficient too. Looking forward to seeing what the future holds. If you're cross-shopping SUVs, and you really should considering the price point, check out the BMW X5, Lincoln Corsair, and Lexus RX, all 3 available as plug-in hybrids. Of course, I have to thank Martin Campbell for driving duties while I shoot running footage. Martin and I went to the Portland Auto Show. It's about 160 miles each way. As far as comfort, what did you think?
Very comfortable.
Yeah.
I think Volvo makes one of the best car seats out there.
If not the best car seats. Also, do you remember the name of your Instagram channel yet?
No. It's too long.
That's why I have the graphic. Marketing is important. Check it out. Lots of great still shots there. He's a really good still photographer. I've got to start drilling him on his Instagram channel. Before I go, a shout out to Jalopnik that voted Driven Car Reviews one of the most underappreciated automotive channels on YouTube that more people should watch. Also, one of the wettest. This is even though I have some 200,000 subscribers and millions of views every month. But we do work very hard at the visuals. Martin and I spend hours and hours shooting these, even in the rain. So I should wrap this up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, okay? Jalopnik thinks you should. Click notifications. Follow me on social media. I'm on Blue Sky and Threads now. And if you have a question, leave it in the comments. Either I or one of my subscribers will get back to you. This is a good community. Really is. That's Driven. I'm Tom Volk.